Hey guys, it's Jessie and welcome back to my channel and welcome back to the next update in my Project 10 Uses Project Plan series. So if you guys aren't caught up on this project, I will link the playlist up in the cards so you guys can catch up. But basically this is much more of a rotating through my collection based project plan rather than a kind of using up products project plan. Basically this runs alongside my whole collection project plan, so anything I'm not focusing on a lot in there, I like those categories. Say I'm only working on a cream blush, no powder blush, I will roll in a couple of powder blushes in this project to use 10 times, if that makes sense. I also am going to be changing up this project slightly, as I mentioned in my 1 week 1 palette update, but I will get to that when I get to that point in the video. So firstly, the progress for this month. We have quite a few rollouts this month, which is always exciting, but the first product we are going to be talking about is my Jessica Black Glow Drops. I will just preface this by saying I'm pre-filming this update because I'm going travelling, so there is not as much progress as I would have wanted. But anyway, first product is the Jessica Black Glow Drops. This one I actually didn't get around to using at all this month, and I've only used it 7 times in total in the project. Don't love them. There's a big air bubble in here that I can't wait to get to, but yeah, just slowly kind of keeping my way through them. They will be remaining in. Then the next one after that is my Lila B Glow Priming Oil, like primer. So I don't know how you can see, I'll mark this because I've actually been marking this one. So I've used this one 4 times this month, which takes us up to 9 uses total, and this is what the progress on here is looking like now. So I do think I'll roll this into a project plan later in the year. I am going to be rolling this out early because I can just use this one tomorrow, but technically this one will be rolling out because I've used it 9 times, so I only need 1 more use to roll it out, and I don't want to keep it in for a full month for only just 1 use. So that is the progress. I actually think we've made a really good amount of progress in here, considering it's only been like 9 uses and we've gone from all the way up here down to here. So I think that's pretty impressive, but that's going to be staying in my little current makeup basket but rolling out the project technically. Then we have my Florence by Mills skin tint. So I rolled this one in last month, and actually when I rolled it in I actually didn't think I liked it very much because I just hadn't really had kind of a good experience with it, but I think it actually pairs really well with the Lila B primer, like with a really glowy kind of hydrating primer. I think this one actually works really nicely. So I'm just trying to kind of see where I am in there. I think we're down to about here. I've used this one 4 times this month for 4 uses total in the project, but I've actually really enjoyed using it. I like the packaging as well. I really like the little squeezy tube. I'm wearing it today. I mean I always said it's a bit too dark for me, but I don't think it looks too off. I mean, it's not my favorite foundation by any means, but it works pretty nicely and I have actually been enjoying it, and I got it on sale, so I really don't mind. So I'm glad I rolled it in because I've realized I actually don't mind this product, and plus there's only 30 milliliters in here, so I do think I could use this one up fairly quickly. Next up is my MUA cream blush in the shade Taupe Tango. This is actually one of my favorite blushes in my collection, so I was really excited to roll this one in. This is just what it's looking like. You can't see any progress because there's a big air bubble in there, but I've used this one 7 times this month, so it will be staying in, but only 3 more uses on that one. And then we did actually have my Revolution Roxy blush in here. We had this shade at the end, this red one, kind of dark one down here. I actually used this one twice this month, but I've decided to roll it out because I think it just looks very patchy on my skin. This dark shade, I mean, it's just too deep for me. Like if you look at that, the rest of this palette is fine. That one's just way too deep for me. So it looks patchy because I try to apply so little because it's so dark. So unfortunately that one just didn't work for me. So I used it twice, but I'm just deciding to roll that one out this month because it just didn't work for me. So I don't want to hate pan something. And then lastly, we have the products that are going to be rolling out this month. So the first one is the Barry M blush. It's just this one at the top here. So it was this orange one up here. This had no usage on it to start with, so we've actually made some decent usage in there. I actually really like it. It's my favorite blush in this palette. I'm not a fan of this one. It's just very hot pink, but I mean it can work. But this red one's really nice. It's got some really nice gold shimmer running through it. I used this one twice this month for 10 uses total. Then we have my Cover FX blush duo in the shade Warm Honey. I rolled in the shimmer side, but I used them, I mix them together anyway. I used this one 10 times this month, so we'll be rolling this one out now. And then lastly was the bronzer I rolled in, and that was my Beauty Bay bronzer in the shade Fawn. It just looks like that. Used that one 10 times this month as well, and I don't mind this one. It's quite a decent bronzer. So now I'm going to be rolling in some new products, which is always very exciting. exciting. So I'm going to be rolling in one primer to replace the Lila B primer, because obviously I'm not going to be using that after next month. And then also I'm going to roll in 2 powder blushes, 1 bronzer, and also 1 eyeshadow palette, because if you watch my 1 week 1 palette update, you'll know that I'm discontinuing that project for now, because I'm going to be traveling so much, so it doesn't make sense to do 4 palettes a month. So I'm going to be moving the 1 palette I had left in there into this project, and kind of doing eyeshadow palettes as part of my project 10 uses, so using the palettes 10 times rather than having a dedicated like week to them. I'm going to see how I like this. I might actually keep going like this instead, but the first palette I'm going to be rolling in is the one I had left over from that project, and that is the Huda Beauty Mercury Retrograde palette. So this is what she looks like now in here, and the goal is just going to be 10 uses on this one. It can be 10 uses in one shade, it can be 10 uses of the whole palette, 10 looks with just this palette, like anything kind of goes. So I'm going to be rolling in that one there, and now I'm just going to go through and roll in the rest of my products. So for primer, I'm going to go from number 1 to number 6 and press randomize for number 3, which is going to be my Hello Fab Pores Be Gone matte primer. This is one of my favorites, so I'm really excited to roll this one in again. I think it's been in this project before, but I don't mind. I don't have very many primers, so I'm happy to work on that. Then for powder blush, we're going to go from number 43 to, I always say it's a big number, it's 81, which is ridiculous. Going to randomize one there, and we have number 71, which is going to be, oh, the first blush in my Pat McGrath palette. I'm very excited about this. This is literally one of my favorite blushes ever. So that is going to be this blush right here. Really, really gorgeous. I absolutely love it. I think it's stunning. So excited to have rolled that one in. And then the second blush we're going to be randomly generating is number 48, and that is going to be one of the Revolution Roxy blushes again, but that's number 3, so hopefully that'll be a better shade. Okay, so it's still a deeper shade. It's this kind of reddy pinky one up here, but I think that should work better, so I'm happy to kind of give that a go. Obviously if I don't like it and it's patchy again, I will just roll it out, but I think it should be okay. So now I'm going to roll in the bronzer, and that's going to be from number 82 till number 94. And that is going to be number 85, which is my Beauty Bay one again. So I am just going to randomize a different one, just so we don't work on the same one again. Number 90 is from my e.l.f. Cream Contour palette. So I'm actually working on a cream contour in my whole collection project pan. So going to randomize again for number 93, which is the first one in my Kaleidos palette. So that should work. I say palette, it's more of a trio. That is going to be this shade down here. I know that's the first shade, but this is the first bronzer slash contour shade. Don't think I've actually used this too much, so that one's a contour, and I'm actually really excited to give that one a go, see how it works. So that one's going to be rolling in. And then lastly, an eyeshadow palette. So we're going to go from 165 to 216, and if we're rolling in one that I've already rolled in my 1 week 1 palette, I just won't include it. But the first one, the only one actually we're going to get, is 191, and that is my Charlotte Tilbury Stoned Rose palette. So that'll actually be interesting. This is this one here, so it's like the kind of instant look in a palette type of thing. So it's this one up here, and we're going to be working on those 3 shades at the top. So that actually probably will work out quite well, because I can easily use these 10 times, because I am traveling a lot, so it'll be kind of easier to do that kind of thing. But I don't know if I'll take this, but either way that should be quite easy. So that is going to be everything we are rolling in this month. So we are rolling in a few new things I'm really, really excited about, and I'm really excited with the way this project is changing. Let me know what you guys think too. But yeah, if you guys enjoyed this video, don't forget to give it a like down below. Don't forget to hit subscribe, turn the bell to join a little club. Make sure you turn on all notifications, then you'll be notified every single time I post a new video. If you want to watch another one of my videos, then you can click on the screen now. There'll be 2 on there to pick from, as well as a load linked up in the cards from earlier. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!